be a part of it. Kids, man, I'm telling you. But I'm grateful for them, though. I'm grateful for them. But first of all, I always want to thank you. Turn that down. That's too loud. Will you please turn that down? Thank you. I always want to start by thanking you for tuning in to I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses. First of all, this is Tuesday night. It's our time to come together to support each other, to love each other, and to love each other to life. And that's what the journey of I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses is about. It's about showing up for yourself each and every day because you were born enough. And so today, while we're practicing gratefulness, I'm going to have my 5 little ones, one of the top 7 reasons or top 7 things on my list for what I'm grateful for. They're going to be a part of the conversation today, just for the beginning. But I just want you guys to start to operate in the realm of being grateful, because it opens up so much doors, and it leads to so much greatness when you can walk in your truth, when you can walk in the love of who you were created to be, and if you can be grateful for every moment that you were given, just because that's how you make room for everything life has to offer. By being able to turn every negative into a positive. That's what gratefulness looks like. And so I always like to start with the motto, and our motto is, I pledge to embrace who I am today, love who I was yesterday, and inspire who I will become tomorrow. And so that is what the journey of I Choose Me is all about. It's about loving yourself from right where you are so that you can show up for yourself each and every day. It's about understanding that who you were yesterday is what makes you who you are today, and it's what inspires what your future will become. And so the journey was not in vain, but it was to get you to the point of your purpose, to be able to walk in your gift and in your life. Hey Gigi, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. And so that's just what it is today. So I want us to just feel that. I just want us to be in a realm of gratefulness. I want us to walk in a realm of being appreciative of everything life has to offer, every moment that we find ourselves in, because then we're allowed to make room for everything else that's coming. Thank you, Gigi, for this song. Gigi, she has a Kyle Walker song. Grateful is the perfect theme for the topic, and so I want you guys to be a part of the movement like that. And so if you see a topic for the day and you got a song or an idea or something, send me a message in a messenger or email me and let me know what your thoughts, because I want you to be a part of the movement. I want you to be a part of the process, and I want you to be a part of the journey, because it's for us all. And so that's what it's all about. And so at this time, can you turn off my music? I have a new DJ. My kids are the DJ today. And so on this particular week, first of all, like I said, I always want to start by saying thank you for tuning in to I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses, with Precious Thoughts from the Soul, where I offer my peace, my purpose, which is life coaching you, which is soul coaching you into a better relationship with yourself so that you can unlock your purpose in the present, therefore always bring in your gift, because that's what the journey is all about. It's about recognizing you are a gift. And so it's always my intentions to inspire you to open yourself up so you know what you're giving away, and that you no longer sell yourself too short, because you were born enough. And so that's what the journey is all about. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. And so on this week, since the kids are out of school, I promised them I no longer have any more excuses. Before was you had a bedtime, it's 9 and you're in the bed. But I promised them that when they're off, the first week I would invite them to share or say something on the platform of I Choose Me, hashtag No More Excuses. And so with us talking about gratefulness, my children are the top 5 reasons I'm grateful. The top 5 reasons. They go on my list every day. You know, just because they make me who I am. They make me strive. They make me be a better person. They make me just want to walk in my purpose and teach them what love looks like. And so I am so grateful for them because of who I've become by being their mom, and how it's opened up so many doors. And so at this time, the first person that's going to come and sit down is going to be Rayvon. That's my youngest. I'm going in order. So Rayvon, come on up here. Come on, sit down. Introduce yourself.
My name is
Hey, Sapphire. Yeah, huh?
My name is Rayvon.
So this is Rayvon, and I want you to tell the movement, the people of I Choose Me movement, what are you grateful for? Do you know what grateful for? First of all, wait, let me do gratefulness first. Let me do the definition so that everybody is on the same playing field. And so for gratefulness, is for expressing appreciation by gratitude. And gratitude is the quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness. So that's what gratefulness is. Just being thankful for things in your life every moment. So what are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for my mom.
And anything else?
And my teeth.
And your teeth? Okay. Yeah, he was missing teeth for a little while. He got his new teeth in, so he's grateful for his teeth. Thank you. Say bye.
Bye.
Okay, next is Big Man. Come on, Rondell. The promises are meant to be kept, right? And so this little time that we're sharing means so much to them. You have no idea how long they waited to be able to sit and share with you guys. And so share with everybody what your name is.
Rondell Pauline Jr.
Rondell Pauline Jr. And so tell them what you're grateful for.
I'm grateful for everything I have. I'm grateful for my scores.
Your scores.
I'm grateful for my big sister Essence. She helps me with things. I'm grateful for my whole family.
Well, thank you for that. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye. I did. I kissed you. Come on, Serenity. You're next. Hey, Kia. Come on, come on. Share. Tell them what your name is.
My name's Serenity.
And share with them what you're grateful for.
I'm grateful for my parents. I'm grateful for everything they did, and they worked all the money just to give us like season passes, and you let us go to the pool because you gotta pay like a lot of money for that to get the key. And I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my mom. I Choose Me stuff.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm grateful for being on here.
Grateful for being on here. Well, thank you for sharing. Come on, Neve. Neve is next. Come on, we on the timer. These people time matters. So let's move faster. Okay, so share your name and share why you're grateful.
My name is Neve. I'm grateful for my parents. How they inspired me to become a good person in life. And
I know, that was special. So she's grateful that we inspire her to become a good person in life. I will take that. You hear me? That's enough. That's perfect. Thank you. You want to say bye?
bye.
Bye. Okay. So now we got the oldest. Y'all can start moving on upstairs. Okay, I'll get y'all last bye. So, okay, come on. That's not your turn. So Essence is on. Thank you. So share your name, and I want you to share with everybody what you're grateful for.
Hello, I'm thankful for Nakia, because without her, the mom and dad wouldn't have met, you know, and we just wouldn't have been made. So yeah, Nakia, shout out to you, girl. Yes, cousins on both sides.
Really? You gotta go there. Is that it? Are you?
I'm sorry. No, but I'm grateful for my parents and everything that they put in so we could, have everything that we want and we need. I'm very grateful for them. Always pushing me to go beyond my limits even when I really don't feel like it. They always make me do things that I don't think I would and should do. So I love them so much. I'm grateful for all these little farts running around and all my friends. Yeah, South Neck, baby.
Well, thank you. Hey, Devon. Hey, Jason. Hey, Kid. Thank you guys for tuning in. Now, everybody can come and say bye so I can finish my line. Everybody say bye. Okay.
And I say it, I choose me.
Right, I choose me. Okay.
I'm also grateful for my grades. Bye, Sheena.
Okay. Well, thank you. At this time, we're gonna go and I'm gonna finish what I choose me for the week. But I just definitely wanted to share that moment with the little ones because I'm gonna tell you guys a story. Okay, everybody can head on upstairs. Give me a second. Let me get them out so I can hear myself talk. Upstairs. Thank you. But honestly, I wanted to do gratefulness because I was looking at something the other day. Matter of fact, is everybody know I love me some Oprah. I call her Auntie O, right? She just don't know yet. But I was watching her and she was doing talking. She did a commencement speech, I think at a graduation or something. And she was talking about gratefulness, and so that was one of the key things that I do when I'm dealing with people in soul coaching. I always require that they start a journal, a gratefulness journal. I started my gratefulness journal years ago, right? And what it allowed me to do was it allowed me to be able to write down the things in my life that matter. And I mean every day. And so I found it easy. The first thing that I had to do was, first of all, I started with 7 things. That was so easy for me to do because I always start with myself. I'm grateful that I woke up every day, right? So that's the one thing. And I had my husband and then my 5 kids. So I always started with 7 easy things. But what I found that when I began to write things that I'm grateful for, my day changed. Because every night I would sit down and write stuff. And my whole inspiration was to write more today than I did yesterday. And so it made me so conscious in my daily tasks, so conscious in my everyday just experiences to look for all the good that the day had to offer. Do you hear what I'm saying? Being grateful allows you to look for all the good that the day has to offer. What is so amazing is that when I thought about my top 5 things, which are my wonderful kids, let me tell y'all a secret. Years ago, when I was younger, I always was the mature one. I was the one that always looked after my younger siblings, right? And in doing such a task, I always felt like when I grew up, I used to tell everybody, and I used to say that I'm never going to have any kids. I'm never going to have any kids because I just feel like when I get older, it's just so much responsibility. And I just think that by then, I'm just going to want to be free. And I'm just not going to want to be, so tied down or so responsible for so many different lives. So I said to myself, I'm not going to have kids. I'm so glad that God has a different plan for me than I have for myself, because I relocated, ended up meeting the man of my dreams, right? And then we find out when we're about 20, I'm 20, he's 21, that we're going to have a baby, right? And I'm thinking, oh my God, me with a baby. I had already said I wasn't going to have any kids. But when Essence came, there's something that changed and shifted inside of me. There was something that the lessons of me being young, the lessons of being able to be a nurturer for my siblings, the lesson of being able to be who God created me to be, made room for the blessings that he had and was willing to give me. And so what I learned was that when I took myself out of the story, when I allowed life to just happen, when I allowed myself to enjoy every moment, because that's what it meant, and I didn't know where I was supposed to be going, and I wasn't so sure the exact roadmap to my future, but I was willing to live in every moment. I was willing to seize every opportunity, and I was willing to be grateful enough to find out what it is this is supposed to be teaching me, what it is, where am I supposed to be growing, where am I supposed to be going, and what are the lessons in my life. I realized that by support in them, I realized that I decided to sacrifice and stay home, right? Because I decided that with some of the things that I went through in my life, that if I did have children, I wanted to be the first person they saw when they woke up, the person they went to sleep to. I wanted to be the sole person that poured into them. And so I was blessed enough with the opportunity to stay home and be all that I dreamed of being in the event that I was able to have children. And so with me being able to show up in the aspect of that realm, I got to notice the changes in them. And so I became grateful that I was able to listen to my heart. I became grateful that I love myself enough to find out what it is that is deep down inside of me. What is the desires that I have? Where am I supposed to be headed? And so with me being able to operate in a realm of gratefulness, it taught me to just love everything that life has to offer. And I learned to go through my days without complaining, but just celebrating. And the more I celebrated what God was blessing me with, the bigger the blessings became. And so I'm here to tell you that if you are walking through your life and you find yourself just caught up in what you wanted it to be, or caught up in where you expect it to go, and you're so caught up in what's not happened that you forget to embrace what is happening, you miss your blessings that are there every single day. You miss the opportunity to smell the flowers which were already given to you. Me being able to accept whatever God placed in my life, me being able to take myself out of the storyline that I had for myself, but me being able to just morph into something different and see the greatness in it. Being gratefulness allows you to turn every negative into a positive. And when you turn negative into positives, then you shine light on everything that you have going on in your life. And what I learned was, when I decided to be for them what I wanted for me, it opened up so much more blessings in my life. And so the lesson I learned is, when you treat people how you want to be treated, God treats you how you desire to be treated. When you walk in a realm of loving how you would like to be loved, you get in return what you want in your life. I had to realize is that for everything that I was thankful for, God gave me more to be thankful for. For every time I decided to put myself first, God decided to put me first. For every time I decided to put my children first, God decided to put me first. And so what I thought was a sacrifice ended up being the biggest blessings and the lessons of my life. What I realized, I'm telling you, I have a hard time. I'm telling you, I came from around where it was easy for me to be able to just complain, like, oh, this ain't going right. Oh, this ain't how I want it to be. But when I sat down with myself, when I embraced myself, when I embraced that everything that I had was a blessing, that's when life began to happen. That's when the kids just grew into their own selves. And I'm going to tell you, my life is so much better because of me being grateful. And if you walk in a realm of gratefulness in your journey, I can assure you that you will unlock the purpose and the light that's inside of you the same way I did. Me being able to be home and providing for them, I thought that was a sacrifice. That was what was instilled with me. I thought that I was giving them something. But what I realized is that they were giving me something else. They were giving me the ability to have time for myself. They were giving me the ability to know what I wanted. They were giving me the ability to just love on myself. Everything that I gave to them came 10 times over back to me. And so that's why I say my lesson in the gratefulness, it starts with them. Because I didn't even know that I wanted them. I didn't even know how my life would have changed. I didn't even know what they would have brought to me. But because I came out of my story and decided to find the greatness in it, because I came out of my story and decided to look at what God was molding me into, what he was preparing me for. I began to be able to walk in a realm of gratefulness. I began to be grateful for my mom because that was the lesson. I began to be grateful for my friends because that was the lesson. I began to be grateful for my husband because that was the lesson. I learned that in everything I went through, it was a lesson to be grateful because God was preparing me for something better. God was preparing me for something greater. And so when you learn to be grateful for the things that he put you through, that shows him that you're ready to walk in the gift and the light which he wants to unlock in you. And so when you take yourself out of the story and you realize that what you have and who you are is because you are loved, you can find gratefulness in every single aspect of your life. You can find gratefulness in the idea that you woke up this morning. If you're tuning in right now, you're alive. You're breathing. That means you got more in you to walk in. That is something to be grateful for. You have a roof over your head. That is something for you to be grateful for. And even if you don't, be grateful that you have another opportunity to get it right. Be grateful that God is not done with you yet. And so that's what I want us to all embrace, that gratefulness is the key to our purpose. When we begin to walk in gratefulness, we begin to unlock everything that's in store for us. We begin to smell the flowers. We begin to grow things. We begin to get leaves on our tree. We begin to walk in the presence of just love. Because gratefulness is appreciation. And appreciation is love for just the now. It's love for who I am. It's love for where I am. It's love because I am. Being grateful is being in love with the I am. Whoever that is, whoever you are, get in love with that person. Get in tune with that person. Inspire that person. Mold that person. Teach that person. Preach to that person. Whatever it is that you have to do, do it to yourself. But it starts with you loving yourself so that you can be grateful. Because I'm going to tell you, if you're not in a place of peace and love with yourself, it's gonna be hard for you to find joy in everything. It's going to be hard for you to find peace in anything. It's going to be hard for you to find answers in your life if you forget to love you. Because in loving you, you then remove that hard exterior and you begin to penetrate the soul of who you were created to be. And when you love yourself on that level, then you begin to look at all that life has to offer. And you decide to bring the best energy to your life every day. Because you're waking up happy and you're looking for things to be grateful for. And so I challenge you to start a journal today. If you don't have a grateful journal, start one today. I don't care if you start with a piece of paper. I don't care if you just get a book. Until you can get a book, find this loose leaf piece of paper. Find the back of a mail. Look, there's nothing that I love. No, I write on back of mail. Whatever I got and a message come, I'm writing it down. So I'm telling you, start practicing gratefulness in your life. And I promise you, you will see things change. Because the moment I decided to choose to be grateful for everything life had to offer, I got the lessons and they became blessings. And I realized that God wasn't picking on me. He was molding me into something greater. And so in order for me to be molded, I got to love who I am. I got to be grateful for where I am because I got to be prepared for him to take me for where he wants me to go. And so I just want you to be grateful. Oh my God, I can't stress enough how important it is to be grateful. Be grateful. But at this time, I definitely want to share my poem. And a poem for the week is titled, Your Energy. Being accountable for the energy you bring is a gift you give yourself. Because no matter what others do, you are responsible for oneself. We have to be more conscious in our lives and stop giving our power away. For if we continue to allow others to change us, that is the energy in which now stays. The calmness of your energy can turn a roar into a whisper in a blink of an eye. Can turn hours into seconds as time passes by. The energy you bring is the gift we each hold. For the experience we leave is the story to be told. Of the person you are when you walk away. Did you bring love to the moment? Is that the feeling that will stay? To decide for your life, you're the best self present wherever you are. Is to embrace no matter the moment you chose to best energy to take you far. Life is a journey, and we will each have a story. So make sure when you leave, you are a representation of God's glory. Every day won't be perfect, but it's the intentions in your heart that will always pave the way towards all that is good for you have sown in your day-to-day. Always remember the energy you bring is the sun to your seed. So if you would embrace God's light for your life, what more can you need? And so gratefulness, my people, gratefulness, my movement, gratefulness, everybody, is about the energy you choose to carry. And what gratefulness energy is love. Is what I touched on last week about being a chocolate fountain. And that what comes out of you is what touches everybody. And so if you walk in the journey of love, if you walk in the energy of love, if you maneuver in the space of love, then I promise you, you will have everything your heart desires. And you will be grateful for everything that God is giving you. And you will make room for so much more blessings in your life. The journey is not easy, but it's so worth it. And it's so necessary for you to show up and love yourself for who you were created to be, so that you can bring your light and so that you can make a difference in your day-to-day life. And you can make a difference in where you are trying to go and where you are headed in your journey. And so, gratefulness is the answer to the questions of what is holding you back. And so if you're in your life and you feel like life is not panning out the way you want, then I'm urging you to use gratefulness. I'm urging you to be grateful for every moment. I'm urging you to create a journal. I'm urging you for you to tell the people in your life that matter that they matter. I'm urging you to tell your children that they matter. Because when you pour into other people, you fill yourself up in a way that you can never understand. Every week I come here and I choose me. It's so much bigger than the movement. It's so much bigger than what it is. What it is my peace, is my purpose, is my gift. And by God allowing me to be grateful, it allowed me to sacrifice whatever time I have to walk in my gift and my purpose, because He's given it to me. And so I want you to love yourself to life. I want you to love yourself into your purpose. I want you to unlock yourself and open yourself up and be the gift that you were called to be. And it starts with you just being grateful. With you just saying thank you every single day. When you wake up in the morning, you start to do that. And I promise you, it'll come a time where you no longer have to write it down, because you walk in the truth. You're going to keep on writing it down until you get used to the habit of always looking for the best life has to offer. And when you begin to look for the best life has to offer, the best life has to offer will continue to show up in your life. Because it's all about what you're putting your energy in. And whatever you put your energy in will always grow. And so if you choose to grow mess is going to grow. But if you choose to grow love, love is going to grow. And the key to love is gratefulness. The key to love. The key to abundance. The key to overflow. The key to success. The key to your future is gratefulness. And so at this time, I leave the floor open for any questions. Kia says, I'm so grateful for my peaks and my valleys. Absolutely. Because if you don't celebrate being down, how can you celebrate being up? How do you know the difference? If you can't celebrate being happy, if you can't celebrate having joy, if you can't celebrate walking, just being alive, then how can you how can God know that you're going to be willing to celebrate the goodness? Everything you got is already enough. Everything you have, everything you need to open up the door to your future. You have the keys. The key is gratefulness. The key is gratefulness. The key is gratefulness. And so on this week, we can say that we got the key to open up our life's purpose. It's walking in pure gratefulness. It's walking in just the ability to be able to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you for whatever. Thank you for the trials. Thank you for the joy. Thank you for the pain. Thank you for the love. I want to thank you for everything that makes me me, because all of those pieces is what creates the wonderful masterpiece God has created you to be. Every bit of that journey is what has you walking in the light that you're walking in. Every bit of your story is a part of your testimony. But in order for you to be able to share it, in order for you to be able to walk in it, in order for you to be able to give the world what God is intended for you to give, you got to first be grateful and thankful that he used you and chose you to go through what he did to be a blessing to somebody else. There is a lesson in the journey, and it becomes a blessing when you pick up those pieces and be grateful for wherever it is that you came from. Because if you came from there, that means you're no longer in that situation. And so you made it, and so you be thankful, and you be thankful through it. Nick the boss say yes. I'm grateful for my sister writing me messages. I'm grateful for you too, baby. I'm grateful. Yes. And so everybody, if you can, just put I'm grateful. Just type it in. That's the first step. Say I'm grateful. I'm grateful for me. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to be gifted. I'm grateful to be celebrated. I'm grateful that I decided to choose me now, because I'm getting ready for my tomorrow. And in order for me to walk up and show up in my tomorrow, I have to choose me today. And so I'm going to start by saying I love myself. I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for whatever journey I've been on. And I'm grateful for what tomorrow brings. And so let's all walk in that realm of gratefulness. And at this time, I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Once again, it's another Tuesday down. I'm grateful to be able to be in good health and good spirits, to show up every Tuesday and just walk in this movement with you guys. I love you guys more than you know. I'm telling you, you have no idea how grateful I am to sit in this space, how grateful I am to be used, and how grateful I am that you would come and receive me from week to week, to grow yourself, to love yourself, to do whatever it is that this is giving you to walk in your best life. Because my only intention is for you to unlock you. My only intention is for us all to bring our peace and be in our purpose. I'm grateful I choose me with no more excuses. Yes, Nakia. I'm grateful and thankful for you. I'm grateful for you too, Aunt Karen. I'm grateful, and I'm gratefulness. I'm representation of God. Gratefulness. Absolutely you are, Miss Young. And I love you too, baby. I love you too. And so at this time, I just want to end with our motto, which I hope everybody knows by now. And if today's your first time tuning in, I'm going to say it for you. Our motto is, I pledge to embrace who I am today, love who I was yesterday, and inspire who I will become tomorrow. And so that is what the journey of I Choose Me, #No More Excuses is all about. It's about acknowledging and embracing that you were born enough. It's about acknowledging and embracing that you have something inside of you that the world needs. And until you love yourself to life, you will never be able to unlock the treasures that are stored up inside the soul of who you were created to be. And so I am here to inspire you to dig inside yourself and unlock whatever that is that the world is waiting on, because you have something special to offer, and we are waiting on your piece. And so, in order for us to show up and be great, we got to be grateful. That's it. That's all I got for you guys this week. Be ye grateful in every moment and every turn, and make a conscious decision to tell yourself that why not? Why not be happy that God is using me? Why not be blessed that I'm here? Why not just acknowledge that I still got some things to do? Why not acknowledge that it could be way worse? Because whatever you're complaining about, believe me, somebody got something worse to tell you a story about. So why don't you just celebrate goodness, and so you could get into a group of people celebrating each other and not complaining. Let's change our conversations. Let's change our circles, and let's begin to lift each other up. And the only way we do that is with love. And the only way we show love is being grateful in the moment. And so I love you all, and I look forward to next week. And I just want to tell you that you are somebody special. And so continue to bring your peace every week. Continue to show up every week and continue to know that you are worth more. And she had to come in and get her last in. This is my Serenity. She had to come in and get her last in. So I just want to say I love you, and I just look forward to seeing you guys next week. You can tune in. Join the page at I Choose Me, #No More Excuses. You can email me at iChooseMeMovement@gmail.com. You can follow me on Twitter at iChooseMeNow. And you can follow me on Instagram at iChooseMeMovement. Love, love, love you guys. Look forward to next week. And don't forget, 10 minutes a day, you look in the mirror and you tell yourself how special you are. You tell yourself the motto if that's what you need to do, if you don't have any other things to tell yourself. But most importantly, begin those grateful journals. Begin your grateful journals today. Don't put off till tomorrow what you could do today. Start right now, and I promise you, you're going to be sending me messages telling me how your life has changed when you begin to walk in the realm of gratefulness. Believe me, every lesson that I'm going through every week, every message that God is sending, I too am walking in it. I got to remind myself every day to be grateful and stop complaining, because what is complaining going to do anyway, right? Love, love, love you. Say bye. Oh, hey, Tutu. Nicole said hey.
Hey.
Love you, and until next week, I choose me, #No More Excuses. Don't forget to choose you. Until then, I choose you too. Love you. Till next week.